Now you probably clicked on this video because you're feeling just so defeated and down the dumps. You feel like you're doing everything you can and nothing is working. So I want to have a one-on-one conversation with you. This is completely from the heart. It's a completely unscripted video because I realize that not a lot of people talk about this. Not a lot of people talk about the wave of emotions that we experience while you're building a business. I mean, one day you would feel totally over the moon. You feel completely indestructible. You're like Wonder Woman. You can practically do no wrong. And then the other day, you're just down the dumps, you're so uninspired, you just want to get under the blanket and not talk to anyone. Here's something that not a lot of people admit. Everything you are feeling and experiencing is 100% unequivocally, completely normal. I want you to even think about the heroes that you follow, the idols that you're always comparing yourself to, or you're having like these little mini conversations in your head of what you're gonna say and what you're gonna talk about when you meet them one day. Even those people have felt the emotions that you are feeling today. And this is just all part of the journey of building your own business. And this is why I'm creating this video, because I want to talk about the real shit that you can't Google. Building a business, especially a business completely from scratch, is no different than having a baby. Now, I'm not a mother, but I have a sister who just had the most gorgeous baby girl, and motherhood comes with a lot of challenges. I mean, yes, it gives you this amazing sense of purpose. Yes, you want to be the best version possible of yourself for your child. And yes, you would do whatever the it takes in order to nurture your child and create a safe and positive environment for them. But at the same time, you're always feeling shitty. You're always feeling guilty. You always feel like you can't do anything right, or that you're not doing enough. And it just takes that one bad day to get into that spiral of I'm not a good mom or I'm not a good caregiver. And running a business is no different. I'm not comparing a business to an actual live human baby, but the emotional territory that comes along with it is practically the same. Now, there is an actual biological purpose of why this happens. Your brain, that little organ that lives inside your head, what happens is when there's this shock to your system, your brain is programmed and wired to keep you in a state of survival at all times. So when something new happens that your brain is not familiar with, aka starting your own business, your brain is like, nah, you gotta shut that down. We're not familiar with whatever it is that you're doing, so you gotta stop it. And that's why it keeps sending signals of these emotions of feeling horrible, feeling super sad, feeling like you can't do anything right, because your brain wants you to survive. So I've got some bad news and some good news for you here. The bad news is no matter what stage of the business that you unlock, these emotions never really go away. But it's actually a good thing because it means that A, you care, and B, that your brain is actually working. But the good news is that these emotions are actually manageable. Now, I do a handful of things to help me keep grounded, keep intact of my emotions so that I'm in control of my thoughts and not my brain. And I know this is counterintuitive, but that's the reality of it. Now, these are the things that work for me personally, but I know every individual is different. I'm gonna be very adamant in letting you know this is not a cookie cutter answer. So the first thing that I do is that I actively look out for like-minded people to make myself surrounded by them. I use Facebook as a resource to connect me or to find these people. So one of the things I'll do is I'll go through Facebook events. I'll see what local events are happening, either marketing workshops or seminars, or maybe even an artistic workshop that I can take part in, or networking events. And I'll be sure that I go to these events. That way I am learning something new out of the event that I'm attending. I am getting introduced to new people in my zone, which therefore means that I no longer feel alone because I can see there are other people out there who are pursuing non-traditional jobs and who have the same dreams and aspirations. So it gives me that sense of belonging. And finally, it creates a network for myself. This is how you get client referrals. This is how you get part in collaborations. This was even one time how I got published in the Toronto Star because I met a writer at one of the networking events that I was part in. But let's say you don't feel so quaint about the idea of putting yourself out there. Maybe you're a shy type. I know I am. The other thing that you can do is join Facebook groups. I've joined several Facebook groups. I think I'm in like 5 different henna Facebook groups of henna artists. 3 are international and 2 are Toronto based, and it's super awesome because when I'm stumped, I remember when I was mixing my own henna recipe, it was such a frustrating process. It was unbearable. And so what I did is I would just ask people, I would take snapshots of my henna, for instance, and I will post it up online. But I also make it a point to join other Facebook groups that are more entrepreneurial based so that I can learn things about marketing and finance and business. Now, if you don't know where you can find these Facebook groups, you can do one of 2 things. I would love to welcome you in my own Facebook group of amazing female creative entrepreneurs with a service-based business. I am in there on a weekly basis. I do Facebook Lives, I give free Instagram audits, I provide as much resources to you as possible. Another thing that you can do is you can literally treat the Facebook bar as a Google search bar. So you can just write your city and your profession and just see the list that pops up, and you can literally just join the Facebook groups that you find in your search. Now, the other thing that I do that I also highly urge my own students and clients to use in my one-on-one coaching with them is keep an entrepreneurial journal or diary. Now, even though I'm the kind of person who likes to write down and take notes, and I like to physically hold a book in my hand, I actually keep my own diary on a Google Drive document. And the reason that I do that is because I'm able to save links, I'm able to take screenshots, I can command find whatever it is that I want to find easily. Like, it's much more accessible and easier to navigate. So every single Friday morning, I will write down in my entrepreneurial journal the progress that I've made within that week. Or when I'm feeling defeated and down, I will actually look at a journal post that I've had, let's say from 3 months ago, and I cannot believe of how instantly better I feel. And again, because your brain is actively looking for problems rather than solutions, or it always fixates on the negatives and not the positives, when you're actually writing it down, it's like a little gift for a future you to be like, holy crap, I've really progressed since then, not just as a business owner, but as an individual, as a human being. And I find that this is an amazing thing to really help ground you and keep you more confident and in that momentum of positivity. Now, the other aspect that I do is I have a video diary as well, and I upload everything onto an app called Momentum. And I love Momentum because I'm able to not only upload videos, I'm also able to upload photos. I can write like little paragraphs and little blurbs. And the reason that I do that is because I want to get into that flow of being able to see myself, really seeing myself of what I felt like, what my emotions were like, what my facial expressions were like in the moment that I recorded a video. And that's not something that I can get out of writing on a journal that's hosted on a Google Drive. So I think it's pretty cool, but also it doubles as a little exercise so that I can get more confident on camera. If you're creating your own video content, this can be a little amazing exercise that you can do. So it's kind of like a 2-in-1 situation. The other thing that I do is I have an accountability partner. Her name is Jody. Jody really has helped me so much and has really held my hand through a lot of struggles that I've been through. And it's kind of a 2-way street. I do the same for her as well. There's a very big difference between an accountability partner and a friend who is supportive. Now, a friend who's supportive is amazing. It's an amazing attribute to have, but an accountability partner is different. Why? Because your accountability partner understands your exact same lingo. They have the exact same aspirations and the exact same dreams, and they're very, very familiar with the industry leaders, the people that you look up to that your friends may not necessarily have ever heard of. So what Jody and I do is that I would say about every 2 weeks, we would meet up online, we would compare notes, and more often than not, sometimes when I get stuck, I'll call up Jody, I'll send her a message, and I'll tell her, hey, listen, this isn't working. Do you know what I can do instead? And she'll give me advice and feedback, and I do the same for her as well. So this is an amazing tactic to help keep you uplifted and to help keep your sanity in check, because you'll feel like you're not alone, and you'll feel that someone there really understands your struggles and really understands your challenges, and you can sort of like help each other grow simultaneously. And again, if you want to find an accountability partner, definitely come join the Facebook group below. I promise you are bound to find someone there. What's also been very critical of my own entrepreneurial journey is that I have hired not 1, but 2 business coaches. I have Vanessa Lau, who is my business coach, as being part of her Boss Graham Academy. And I also have Anna Farrow, who is my money mindset coach, who helps me manifest wealth into my business. I don't necessarily understand why sometimes people are iffy about the idea of hiring a business coach or just a coach in general. But think about it like this. You have these big time athletes like LeBron James who hire coaches to help them perfect the skill of basketball. It's the exact same way. And they are at the professional status. They're already established. So if these people are hiring coaches, why shouldn't you? I've hired coaches myself, and they always help me in my pursuit of achieving what it is that I want to achieve. Why? Because they have managed to get there. It's kind of like a shortcut into getting where I want to be. And because they have the skill, they have the know-how, they have the compassion, they're able to sort of be like your little Yoda and holding your hand and getting you from point A to point B as pain-free as possible. Before I leave you, I just want to let you know that you're not alone. Every individual, no matter how established, has felt these emotions that you're feeling. This is a positive sign that your brain is active, it's keeping you alive, it's keeping you in that state of survival. You are in control of your emotions. You are in control of your feelings. You are in control of the way you react of bad situations. So all you need to do is just ride the storm, embrace the bad with the good, just persevere through it, because as cliche as this sounds, I hated these cliche moments, but a rainbow is waiting for you. It's not light at the end of the tunnel, it's a rainbow. So just stay strong, and even after this video, you're still feeling defeated, then please DM me at Nadine Daff. Let's have a conversation. Let's hash it out. I don't want you to be feeling sad or defeated, because I've been there. And please subscribe to my channel. For a small YouTuber like me, I work hours to create this kind of content. So it would really mean so much to me if you click subscribe, like the video, share it with someone who needs to hear this. And thanks so much for hanging out with me. I'll see you next week. Look at what happened to me today. I cut my hand cutting a potato. What's the other thing? I don't want to forget an important point when I'm on a roll. You're gonna get it, Nadine. You're gonna get it. Is keep an entrepreneur. I'll talk about. You're gonna get it, Nadine. You're gonna get it.